Peace, 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 and welcome. This is your girl Sunshine, Shine Vibrations, episode 57. Heart and Self for the absence, but my solar return was April 25th. Then my youngest son, one of my other royals, his was May 11th. That was my Mother's Day baby. And then Mother's Day was the next day. So we did a little beach trip and all that good stuff. But let me get my intros out of the way because one of my guests works in the same type of field that I do, so he is on crunch time. So first, let's get into our brothers, with the alkaline water, which I'm waiting on Board King to come through to deliver me some right now, with that heavy energy Soul Society alkaline live water advertising.
Peace and love, family. Check it out. It's the We Are the Gold campaign. We Are the Gold campaign is all about highlighting ourselves as the wealth, value, and solutions we've been looking for. We are the gold. Before it comes to the money, your health is the wealth. Tap into intentional lifestyle decisions, making sure you're putting living, local foods preferably, especially organic, into your well-being, your temple, And you already know you got to couple that with the live alkaline water, the best hydration in the nation. Natural alkaline spring water straight from the source, no artificial induced processing. And the other side of the We Are the Gold campaign is activating our economics, So tap into the We Are the Gold campaign. Get your $20 monthly subscription special at heavyenergyuniversity.com.
All right, those is my brothers, Born King, T. Walker with the live alkaline water. That's heavyenergyuniversity.com. And use the promo code Shine Vibrations 888 and you can get your deals. Or you can use Royal Sons, and that's SUNZ Enterprises 810 for the promo code. And when you reach out, let them know that Shine sent you. This is how we do health, wealth, and stuff. So I have two brothers that was coming on this evening. One is having technical issues, so I'm not sure if he is going to be part of the show this evening. But this brother here, another clubhouse roomie, northerner like me, so I'm really feeling that too. Acion, clubhouse roomie. He had a dope feature in Partners of Rhymes, Lyrical Vibes room, and when I tell you, I immediately went into his DM on Clubhouse. I was like, yo, I gotta get you on the podcast, bro, because he is dope. He is fire, and he has such a dope energy. Little do he know, I was formally introduced to him on Clubhouse, but I know of his poetry work from him traveling from state to state. I know about the Southern Fried competitions and things like that. So I didn't let all that out the bag, but just so he know now, because he's backstage like, oh snap, he ain't even let me know. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring brother forward. Peace, 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 beloved.
Yeah, I didn't know
that. It's amazing how life works. I am connected to a lot of poets that you have competed with and that you
really.
So, when they say,
wow.
What do people say about you when your back is turned? Like, I've never heard anything bad. When I
wow, thank you.
Page, I was like, oh, I knew
him. Wow, thank you. I mean, I try and treat people with the same respect I want to be given, show love and give love.
That's right. And that's the highest level of understanding. And when people get that point, we can have, what's necessary, especially for, our own. So
right. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you if you're a jerk.
That's right. So I always start off my interviews with asking people, of course, let the people, know where you're from, but what is it that you want people to know about you personally?
Okay. Well, first of all, hello, everybody out there. My name is Anthony Acion Owens. I am a slam poet, actor, just an overall entertainer. Like I write, I do stage plays. I'm working on films, pushing to get more, God willing. And I'm just a hardworking black man who love my family, love God, and I'm trying to make a mark in my community that lasts for generations. You know,
All right.
the one thing about me that a lot of people don't know is I'm a social, antisocial person. I know a lot of people. I go out and see people, but a lot of times I'm very much an introvert. And sometimes, like I know a lot of people, but not a lot of people really know me. Like, cause I keep some things. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know exactly what you say because I tell people that all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I may be known by a lot of people, but a lot of people don't really know me. If they can't tell you one particular nickname, they really don't know me.
Right.
They know me. So
Right. And it is not a bad thing because, you know, we have layers, you know, and each layer for me of knowing a person is always with love. But as they go deeper and get to know me more, they get to see why I have certain layers up where it's like, you can't be the same with everybody, you know?
You can't. You definitely can't. And energy doesn't lie. And the vibe will attract you to those that you can be like that with. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's really how we protect ourselves. So, you know, those who don't adhere to those feelings, you know, it is catastrophic, and then they're trying to figure out how did all the pieces fall apart. So, with that being said, how has poetry affected your life? I've always speak from a point of, you know, activism, but more importantly, therapeutic. Creative writing can be very therapeutic for a person, but writing in general, you know, sometimes people be so quick to just yell and want to hurry up and get it off their chest, when sometimes you just need to let your pen or your pencil be your sword and able to get it off. So how has poetry assisted you? But first, when did it become a part of you?
Okay, well, can I speak clearly without, I don't want to say the wrong. All right, poetry helped me in many ways, from losing my damn mind, from acting a plumb fucking fool. Honestly, I discovered poetry when I was young. As a kid, I was the oddball. I like watching old movies, and I loved Shakespeare, and the idea of the hopeless romantic was something. I mean, you're a kid growing up in the hood, and you watching old black and white movies with your grandma, and you don't want to go outside and play. Like, you become an artistic type of person, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up like that. I grew up loving the arts, loving the idea of being able to craft that story and be able to express yourself. So I discovered poetry at an early age, but I didn't respect poetry until I became an adult because I thought it was gimmicky. And then when I got older and I actually had a breakdown and I hit a wall in my life, per se, poetry was there and I was able to express myself. Poetry for me is very therapeutic. It's a release for me, because a lot of people don't understand. We can easily destroy ourselves internally with our thoughts.
That's right.
And when I discovered poetry, I'd already destroyed myself. And poetry helped me pick up the pieces from the ashes and mold Asion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I learned. And I'm very thankful for that, because had it not been for poetry, I could probably I'm 41 years old. I had my nervous breakdown when I was 19 and discovered poetry all over again. So that's 21 years that I've been molding myself to be a better person through the arts. And had I not discovered it, I'd probably be dead or in jail or caught up with some bullshit out in the street.
Indeed.
So I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for poetry. It is my therapy release.
Yeah, like a lot of folks don't know their lives been spared because of the pen and the paper. They don't understand.
Right. It is not even that. It's just in general, like, your life is spared.
Yeah,
your life, because what you could easily,
in general, people don't know those that partake
right,
in poetry and write. They don't know like your life has been spared because
right.
you took the time to do the most intimate thing you can do with yourself, and that's get into your head because that's
I'm gonna
all.
tell you one. I'm gonna tell you this one thing real quick, right? I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize because it's like lagging, but there's one thing that happened which let me know that poetry really is looking out for me in my life. I was like 23 years old, just started really getting deep into the open mic scenes in Rochester. And at that time, there wasn't really too many open mics. And most of the open mics, if they were at a bar, and it's like maybe one or two people go up there and do something, and it was like mostly doughboys in the building. So you wasn't getting no snaps and all that stuff. So we had to build an audience. Shout out to my sister Grace Flores. She set up open mics through Rapier and Sword with her and Jahaka Meister, and they started setting up open mics. And we would go to these spots where you'd be like maybe 4 people in the audience, and they'd be doughboys. And you go on the mic and you spit something, and next thing you know, you building the crowd up, you building the audience. And when I was 23 years old, I'm in the spot where I'm not supposed to be around people that I ain't supposed to be around. And one of them was like, "Hey, I know you." And I'm like, "How you know me?" And automatically, like when somebody be like, "I know you in them certain type of areas," something about to go down. But you know what homie said? He's like, "Yo, you was spitting at such and such, da 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 da. I fucks with you." You know what I'm saying? Keep up the good work. And it's like it could have went left that fast, but it was the art that, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's a blessing. That is a blessing.
Yeah, that's definitely dope. Yeah, because
Let me make sure this ain't showing. I don't want to. We ain't paying for no promotion or no.
Oh yeah, we damn sure ain't. They need to cut the check if they want it.
Black.
But yeah, so it is definitely like I had those experiences as well. You know, I'm across the water from Jersey, so being performing through all types of different venues, whether it was church, something for the community, something that my people put together, open mics, like you said. So it is amazing how you thinking that the things that you are writing that you find out are so personable ends up being a way for you to express yourself in front of people that in the midst of you finding your healing through that art, you end up healing somebody who's listening to you.
Exactly. And you don't even know. And that's the most beautiful thing about it, honestly, because you don't realize you're working through God.
Exactly.
You don't realize, like, we have a ministry without even knowing. We're not in the church or nothing. We're not doing none of that. But our words can inspire nations, or it can retire greatness.
Indeed. Like with little do folks, they forget. What is it? When 2 or more gather.
Mm-hmm.
So these open mics is church, beloved. You feel me? Like that's it's our cipher. You feel what I'm saying? And we build it within that cipher.
Exactly.
So it's getting out there. It's just different avenues and ways to reach the masses.
Right, and that's
the church. Everybody can't get it from the mosque. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's those
because the message can get sent in either way. You can't stop them. Listen. And I'm not all churchy and stuff, but I'm a firm believer, and I know God will send a message to you in one way or another.
That's right.
To me, the message He sent to me was through my poetry. Like I said, through my nervous breakdowns, having me to build up, shaking my shit, like get yourself together, to dust off your shoulders, keep pushing. You know what I mean? And it was stuff through family and through my arts. And He could send a message through however. So you don't know. Just because it ain't in a brick and mortar that got a cross on it don't mean it can't be something biblical.
Exactly. And people have to learn how to get into the reshaping or the reframing of the mind, because like you mentioned, we beat ourselves down and not recognizing that our mind is the greatest antidote ever invented for us. Everything we need lies within us. It's just when we decide to tap into all levels of us for healing.
And we're
So,
only using 10% of the brain, so we don't even know the level we could go to if we apply ourselves.
look, you took it right out my mouth.
Yep.
So, before I see our other guests is having some connection issues, he's popping in and out back and forth. So let me do
Hmm.
quick promo because y'all always ask me the copper jewelry that I wear, the fresh moves, and the fresh gear that I be rocking. You know, this is one of my hometown bros. I've known him since I was 5 years old. He created this clothing line, Fresh Clothing, for himself. You can follow him at Chief Fresh on Instagram. Go Fresh Yourself. FC Clothing Company at gmail.com. This is one of the outfits that he had on his site for about 2 years. I just caught mine and rocked it for Mother's Day, and he did a little something for my own with my pictures. So check it out. He's also a published author. He has books. He has poetry books. He has music, fresh music. Like all I know of him is to be a creative. So you know, this is just one of the things, you know, creating his family legacy and keeping it pushing. You know, so shout out to Bull Jacobs. You know, beloved, keep pushing. We fam PC 07065 all day long. So, Brother ACN, before you go into your piece, you want to break down your name for folks, the meaning. Where did you get it from?
Yeah, Acion is a name I created. I didn't want to have a name that was pompous and arrogant. Like, you know how some of these things. No shade to them, but some of the names is just too much. Like, the Great Diabolical. Like, get the fuck out of here. But my name, honestly, is just it's an elevation of two words, Ace and Yonder. Back in World War II, when they had the Ace fighter planes going against the Nazis, all the other planes get shot down and one would survive, and that would be called the Ace plane, and it would survive through all that to make it back to the base. Also, as you know, if you play spades, an ace always be the king. Any card game, an ace is always the top card. And yon mean yonder. I feel like in my life, I'm always interested in learning and rebuilding and restructure. I feel like every 10 years we have to evolve ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually because we have to grow. And I'm in the process of re-evolving myself as well, working on my health and my mental growth. So yonder is for like to curiosity to travel. So I put that together when I was 19 and I had my nervous breakdown. The name Acion. I created that name to represent me as a different person, as a man who's growing, a black man who's growing to be the best that I can be. Mm-hmm. So that's why I always call myself, like, I give respect to the name I got at birth, Anthony. That's the name my mama gave me. Acion is the name that God gave me. Mm-hmm. You know, so you don't know who you gonna get. Don't fuck with me. We'll be all right. Like, you respect mine, I respect you. Hey, you might get the good one. You mess around, you might, yeah.
But you know, you tear up some shit, you know, we leave you in pieces.
Right. So I mean, like all that jokes and stuff aside, Acion is a name of evolution, of growth. So, and I'm very thankful that I'm able to experience this, because as we progress in life and we get past, you able to grow and improve yourself. And looking back at some of the things I did when I was younger, it's like, I wouldn't have been able to compete with the shit that's going on now because I'm still, I would have been still stuck in that. And it's a lot of people that's still stuck in that phase in their life,
Indeed. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, the stage is yours, brother.
I wasn't expecting to doing nothing, but okay.
You always
let me see.
You always
right. Let me see. I fell in love with you at an early age. Just a young kid trying to grow and experience life. And there you were, scooping me up as if I were just a baby, tossing me to the heavens just to see me smile, giving me air in my lungs to be strong, pride on my back to carry that chip on my shoulder. You told me I could be anything I wanted to be. Strong, beautiful, a king that was destined for greatness. And I doubted that because I didn't know what was meant for me. I didn't know where I could be or where I should be or where I was going. You showed me that I have the energy and the power to go far and beyond anything. So I sat back and I doubted myself because I didn't want to step into that seat. I felt like that throne wasn't built for me because, I was too wide to fit within the circumference. But instead, you told me how to break that chair and build a throne that was meant for my size. And yet I still laid back, afraid to stand on my own too, 10 toes down, handling my business. And now here I am, 10 toes down, still learning how to handle my business. And there you are with me, still to this day, dusting that dirt off my shoulders, helping me to lift my head up, never be unbowed. I am not your victim. I'm the king, as God provided me with life and understanding. I am strong, as God showed me the ability of where I can go. I am a leader, as God showed me how to be humble and follow first. Learn from your mistakes and rebuild yourself into a place where your grace is greatness. You are meant to shine, he said. So every time I have those doubts, I remember that flick in the neck like, hey, remember what I showed you. Poem. That was just a little freestyle. Hold on 1 second.
Hey, see the little freestyles, but see, that's what it is. That is the beauty about poetry, being able to, those that be able to do it off the top of their head, I salute them. Like, I've had my moments where it comes to me like that, or it'll come to me in spells, or pieces. So
right.
And get it in the phone or write it down, or I'm gonna lose it.
Right. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I wanted to give you a written piece, and I was trying to figure out how I can look at my phone and read it to you, but it kept knocking me out. So I had to just come up with something real quick to give to you. But I really want to give you a written.
Are you on an iPhone or Android?
I'm on Android, man.
Well, I'm Android all day. Don't be mad.
Oh no, I'm not mad. I gotta, you gotta proceed with caution with these iPhone people out here.
Oh no,
they be bugging.
I ain't I'm gonna always be an Android. So
all day, exactly.
Yeah, I just don't like it when jobs sometimes when they have to give us a phone, it's always an iPhone. I'll be like, oh, I hate it.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
But what I was going to say is, I've had other guests do that. What happens, I think, like you have to have the page, like the note page, open already, because it'll do what is it'll just have your video off. But I've always used my desktop or laptop, so I haven't had to do that with the phone just yet. So I don't know, but I just know some people would have to be like, okay, wait, I got to turn my camera off. And then they spit and then they come back on afterwards. So, but like I said, we're going to get a rerun anyway, because like I said, I appreciate you for extending, when my other guests had canceled because of work. They told her, yeah, but then they took it back. These things is just like how can we?
Yeah, we can't control what they do at work, man.
And what I understand, especially in the line of work that we do, like we're mandated. So, you know, when they call or when that text or that email come, you gotta respond. So I understand. So when you stepped in and was like, yeah, you know, I can jump in because I owe you anyway, you know, of course. And I just hope what is his name? Pythagorean. I hope he can get on because he's been popping back and forth. But I think
I want to give you this real one. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize. I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to. I have a memorized piece I could give to you. It's kind of dark though.
It's levels to this shit. So
all right. Because like I said, I'm a universal writer. I want to give y'all something. It's like my pride won't allow me to leave without lease. You know what I'm saying? It just won't. It won't allow me. Like
we're gonna say the poet in you.
Yeah, the poet in me.
Yes.
You know, he's like
it's different than the prideful ego. Those are two different things.
The poet in me won't allow me to leave just yet without trying to give y'all something else. So I'm gonna give you a piece I wrote a while ago. It's a dark piece, but it's something that has to deal with us. What I would say, if anything, watch your kids, be safe. Make sure your kids are safe.
That's right.
And this is a poem I just came up with, but it still fits. And it's sad though that I just came up with it a while when I wrote it, and the idea of it just fit right within what's going on in the world.
Okay.
So it's called Keisha. I once knew a girl named Keisha. Her mother was a teacher. Her father used to beat her. So the mama left daddy because the daddy didn't need her. So the mama went to pappy. Grandpappy was a preacher. If gospel be the word, grandpappy be the speaker. But Keisha was a red light special and grandpappy was a creeper. Keisha never knew grandpappy's ways until the day grandpappy raged. He forced himself on 10-year-old Keisha. He did and left the rape, bloody, beaten and split. Poor Keisha showed her grandfather's ways. She showed her mother her panties and asked for grace. Mama just hid it and didn't say anything. And Keisha comes to us now wanting to cover up her shades because she's got bruises in different places, wears long sleeve sweaters to cover up. And then a night when Grandpappy thought he would creep in and rub her up, Keisha had a dagger hidden in the covers. As soon as he reached to show those green eyes, she stuck him up. And Grandpappy lied there bleeding. Grandmother sitting there crying, Keisha, what the fuck? Poor child didn't know anyway but to defend herself. And now she's stuck. What do we do about our kids? Poem.
Yes, indeed. I definitely felt that. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. You know, I don't know what it is with our community, why it's so taboo, but it happens to us the most. It has happened to us ever since slavery, and it continued when those of us took those things that was done to us and then created the negative cycles of adding that on to your family legacy, and then it's hush, let's not talk about that. I was molested as a child by my mother's youngest brother, and it was only known between very few people. I was able to find someone that I knew and trusted, and immediately when I said something, there was precautions taken, but there was things that happened prior to that where I should not have been allowed to be left with him. You get what I'm saying? But people get it in their head thinking, oh no, they won't do that to their own. You know what I'm saying? But that makes it more convenient for them. They don't understand that.
Yeah, and it's just the ugliness of it being done at all. Like I personally feel like children, first of all, rape in general, that is the ugliest and worst thing ever. I think, I'm going to just say it like this. If you're a rapist, I pray that you get raped with a dick with nails in it, you bastard, because you don't need to be touched. Seriously, like that's the worst thing. And on top of that, children are innocent.
That's right.
And then, have you ever noticed when a baby's in the room by itself, the baby's laughing and talking and chilling? The baby is sitting there playing with angels. That's the closest thing to heaven you're gonna have. You get what I'm saying? You don't. That's divine energy.
That's right.
Children are innocent when they're in this world. The world corrupts children.
That's right.
And that right there is nothing but corruption. And you don't mess with kids, man. No. So when I wrote that poem, it scared me because I wrote it and I'm like, damn. I never knew of anybody like that, but I just wrote it, and when somebody heard it,
Keisha's out there. You heard me.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah,
so many out there. Like, it needs to be coined. Like, people need to force themselves, because this is a lot of the reasons why relationships are so bad. It's because we have all of this deep down buried hurt and trauma that we haven't gotten off of us or healed from, and they take those things that have been done to them to dictate the man or the woman in the relationship, and they seeing through the wrong eyes. And you could be you could be the complete opposite, but because of the trauma, they can only see you in that light, and that light may not even be the light that you carry.
Right. And you, I just pray that those who've had to deal with that, I pray God help you and heal you and guide you to a better place, because that type of thing can be repetitive. It can cause some people to turn into predators or what have you. It's a terrible thing. So I pray God watch over them. Yeah, they become murderers, what have you. Like I said, they corrupt the innocent. So I just pray God watch over us all, but definitely those who've had to deal with that terrible situation. Because this world is crazy. But I don't mean to ruin the mood with that.
Because again, like I said, that is something that needs to be discussed. So I'm not sure how much more time that you have. But right now, we going to break to our Blast Artist Spotlight of the Week. And I like how my producers hooked me up, because this is one of my bros too from back home. This is Bad Influence with Innocent.
Yeah. Fuck you, I'm innocent. Fuck you, I'm innocent. You ain't know? Fuck you, I'm innocent. That's how I feel. What you saying, yo, your honor, sir? No, I promise I'm innocent, shorty walking, yeah, that ass is fat. But I say it's so innocent, shit that I seen, I ain't do it, I'm innocent. Shit that I done, I ain't do it, I'm innocent. Minding my business, that's why I say innocent. Getting my business, you see, I ain't innocent. Play with my demons, I swear they got benefits. Say we from hell, so I guess that we immigrants. Did it is done, you can keep your repentance. It's all in the mouth like I school with the dentist. If you deal with impotence, I deal with vigilance. Only thing I do is give out these sentences. Ain't your existence while hitting from distances. No, I ain't do it. Show me my apprentices. Wife always say I'll be out of my mind. If I am or I'm not, I say that I'm fine. I know I ain't do it if that shit's a crime. No, I stay doing shit that can get me some time. I'm out for my slice of American pop. It's warm and it's cushy, it give me a high. Who raised the bar up cause it just ain't that high? I've been reaching new heights like I'm learning to fly. Mix a little of this, with a little of that. I be crooked and straight like it came for your back. No, I ain't do it, my name's still intact. My attempts are not valid cause there was no track. Ain't about what you think, what you heard, what you proving. Crash when I burn, I be over there boozing. Physically, mentally, verbal abusing. Only these beats, anyone that you choosing. I'm pleading my innocence, though it don't work, I'm still pleading my ignorance. Want me my land like I was indigenous. Whipping and mixing like I knew the chemist since I wasn't there. Ain't show no appearances. Looking for peace if they coming in clearance. Playing, I'm joking, yo, why you so serious? Be on my Eddie shit, also delirious. What you saying, yo, your honor, sir? No, I promise I'm innocent, shorty walking, yeah, that ass is fat. But I say it's so innocent, shit that I seen, I ain't do it, I'm innocent. Shit that I done, I ain't do it, I'm innocent. Minding my business, that's why I say innocent. Getting my business, you see I ain't innocent. All of my business, you see that I'm ignorant. We not the same, so we'll always be different. Dug my own grave, yet I feel I'm still digging it. But if I die, all my music is infinite. Everyone talking, they this and they that. Just know I ain't shit, so you best believe that. This one's out the park, yeah, I'm next up the bat. Not business or fam, then I ain't trying to chat. How can I trust you? I trust no one for real. Already the snake, so I know how it feels. Get caught in my life lights, then I'm eating some veal. But no, I ain't do it, it's always the drill. The one thing I know is I really got skills. My bars is immaculate, get you to chill. My name is my name, I be seeking some thrills. Prefer me my weed, you can keep all your pills. Have the little of this, little of that. Without receipts, then it isn't a fact. I never go wrong, my gym stayed in the cap. But can prove that my seeds came up out of my sack. I keep me a nug out of every pack. No medical card had me blowing that smack. Okay, yeah, they got me, they caught me with crack. Last time I got booked, said I'll never go back. I'm innocent, innocent, fuck you, I'm innocent. No face okay, so don't have me act ignorant. Fuck what you take, I ain't sharing your sentiment. Rather be home with my wife, getting intimate. Innocent, innocent, fuck you, I'm innocent. No face okay, so don't have me act ignorant. Fuck what you think, I ain't sharing your sentiment. Rather be home with my wife, getting intimate. What you saying, yo, your honor, sir? No, I promise I'm innocent, shorty walking. Yeah, that ass is that. But I say it's some innocent shit that I seen, I ain't doing, I'm innocent. Shit that I done, I ain't doing, I'm innocent. Minding my business is why I stay innocent. Getting my business, you see, I ain't innocent. I'm innocent. Fuck you, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Fuck you, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
And that is Buddy, excuse me, Bad Influence with Innocent, my bro from back home. But you too, if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet, you know, like us, you or even an up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, then head over to music247.com and register for the free. That is the freemium account, okay? And it's for the FREE free. So, you know, beloved, you know, when you got some time, you know, get your stuff up there, upload your stuff, your videos, create you a stage so we can get you out there. So even some of your performances can be played in between, just like you saw. But Blast is not just for the artists. We got room for the fans too. So go ahead and create your free account. That's FREE. And you can stream loads of artists just like the one that you heard. And let us know how you like it. And also subscribe to Blast Music 24/7 on YouTube, because I got another promo that's coming up and you're going to want to be a subscriber in order to get this discount. Okay. But yes, that is blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. So we have our other guest in. I can see him. We can see him. Catharian Prime, peace, beloved. How you doing?
Peace.
Before we get you in there, let me do my other promo real quick.
Peace, Prime.
And this is
Peace,
my
Prime. I gotta head out, y'all.
All right, well, you can stay tuned and watch. You got the link too, where you can also watch. Okay.
Most definitely. Y'all be blessed.
Appreciate you, beloved.
All right, now.
Peace, brother.
And next we have Canaleaf. Discover Canaleaf, your ultimate online dispensary. Looking for premium cannabis products without leaving your home? Welcome to Canaleaf.net, your one-stop shop for all things cannabis. Huge selection, explore a diverse range of strains and edibles with just a few clicks. They got it all. And here's the exclusive offer. As a subscriber to Blast Music 24/7, you get an incredible 15% discount on every single purchase. The promo code to use is BLAST15. That's BLAST15. Shop online. It's quick, easy, and convenient. Just visit Canaleaf.net to browse their selection and place your order in minutes. Why wait? Elevate your experience with Canaleaf today. Instagram, Canaleaf_FL. Snapchat, Canaleaf_FL. FL stands for Florida. Now, we have our second guest. Here are some pictures, that he sent in to us. I met this brother on Clubhouse as well in one of Javi's room. I believe it was in the Honey Drippers room on Sunday, correct? With Paul Cram?
Yes.
Yes. So as you know, Paul Cram became a guest on my podcast, and now he is part of the Blast family. Him and the lovely Imuna. They have the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. And so, we are a big family here and we are expanding. So it is my pleasure to have you here. And I see under your name you have multidisciplinary artist.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, tell the people where you from and what you want them to know about you.
Well, I'm originally from Patterson, New Jersey. That's where I was
Wait a
born.
minute, from where?
Patterson, New Jersey.
Okay, so we got Jersey in the building. Okay, I'm from
Yeah.
Broadway.
Okay, okay. That's good. I am a sculptor, a painter, and a poet.
A
I
sculptor.
also
Hold up.
painter and
You said a sculptor, a
yes,
painter, and
and
a
a
poet.
poet.
All
Yes.
right. So how
I
did you which was first? Uh-oh, I think he froze. Which one of your disciplines were you first tapped into?
music. I actually am a composer as well. I play
Okay.
keyboards and saxophone. Then poet, then painter, and then sculptor.
Okay. So
hmm
around what time did you start writing poetry?
I started writing at 15.
Okay.
Yes, I used to keep a notebook that I made myself. I took sheets of paper from a typewriter, and I took glue and stuck it to the base of it and made a spine. And I used to keep my notes in that, all different colors and drawings that went along with it.
Okay.
And that's it.
All
That's
right.
it as far as mean poetry.
I've heard you on Clubhouse, so I want to make
Mhm.
sure we get you an opportunity to spit, before any technical issues happen. So anything that you are prepared to share, beloved, this is now your time.
Okay. Well, you had asked me to do homage to her hips. I could also do the first rule of the bard.
Whichever you
I think
choose.
okay. I'll do first rule of the bard. First rule of the bard. Excuse me, miss, but I want to see what it is that is up under that afro that makes me want to say hello. Is it a beautiful mind that matches mine, or will I find a pungent cleavage that leaves little to the imagination? What is a man to do when he is confronted by the likes of me, to fall on his knees and worship of you so perfect? And indeed, I am distracted. Yes, distracted by the light I see in this potential lover that is called you. Yes, I guess it is true that the first rule of the bard is to never fall in love with his muse. But I've broken one and two. It seems like I've broken all the rules beyond two. For it happened when I spoke these confessions to you. It is an emphatical fact that I am more than just a little bit smitten by you. Who is she who would be my muse? Begrudge me not and forgive me my crimes for stopping to just take a look at you. Don't be scared because I stare, as you can clearly see, or so it seems, that I am that fool, that silly ass fool to you. Yes, that fool who is so brazen. Yes, he who so willingly dares to dream that he could ever be the one who comes for you on command. The one who drools for you, and the one who woos you too from afar, farther than an arm's length distance, in peace. Did you hear me?
Yeah, it just towards the end, your background kind of drowned you out.
Okay.
But if you could just mute your background while you're doing that, I'm going to do another announcement. Okay.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
move to someplace quieter.
all right. So next up, I know this sister. She is a friend of mine. Um, We've met at different events around Greensboro, North Carolina. This is a groundbreaking ballet performance, celebrates beauty, self love, and the power of Black hair. The Hair Journey premieres in Winston-Salem May 23rd through the 25th. And the press release is as follows. May 9th, 2024, Greensboro-based Royal Expressions Contemporary Ballet will debut their hair journey to Winston-Salem audiences at Milton Rhodes Center for the Arts from May 23rd to the 25th. Written and choreographed by Royal Expressions founder and UNC Greensboro School of Dance alumna Princess Johnson, The Hair Journey is a groundbreaking performance that draws attention to the powerful connection between hair and its significance in shaping identity within Black culture. At the same time, it challenges traditional standards of beauty and ballet. The ballet world has a history of exclusion and often allows space to tell stories from the perspective of European culture. But the true meaning of the word ballet is to tell a story through dance, Johnson explains. This production is important because it allows us to tell a story through the lens of Black culture. Performed by a company of all Black dancers to rhythmic sounds of African drums, R&B classics, and original music by local composer Sharnisha Joyner, the Hair Journey's unique storyline centers around 8-year-old Zuri, who is torn between the allure of sleek, Eurocentric styles and the complexities of her own naturally kinky coils. Her dilemma highlights the persistent challenges faced by young Black girls and women in fully embracing their hair in its natural state. The struggle is very real and very personal, Johnson says, reflecting on her own hair journey, which served as the inspiration behind the narrative. And then there's the pressure of our natural hair, whether locks or twists or braids, being accepted within the larger community. While inspiring confidence and celebrating the beauty and power of Black hair, Johnson hopes the hair journey will open the door for conversations around visibility and representation in the arts, locally and abroad. I believe the hair journey will open the eyes of so many, expresses dancer Jade Donnell, who portrays Queen Nweli, ruler of the land of locks and froze. Young people will see their hair textures on stage, see themselves Black ballerinas. We are rewriting history. Support for the hair journey is made possible by funding from the North Carolina Arts Council and Creative Greensboro. Performances will be held from May 23rd to May 25th at the Milton Rhodes Center for Arts in Winston-Salem. Showtimes vary. For tickets, visit www.royalexpressions.org. Royal Expressions Contemporary Ballet is supported by Creative Greensboro, the Arts Council of Greater Greensboro, and Cone Health Foundation. Performance dates and times: Thursday, May 23rd at 6:30 p.m., Friday, May 24th at 7:30 p.m., and Saturday, May 25th at 7:30 p.m. Milton Rhodes Center for the Arts is located 251 North Spruce Street, Winston-Salem, NC 27101. Now, those of you, check out a few of the pictures from their premiere performance. And this is choreographed by none other than Morgan Flowerchild Jones. I love this sister. She is doing her thing, teaching the children of the arts. She's been in Greensboro. She's down in Atlanta doing her thing. Please reach out. Please support. If you cannot buy a ticket for yourself, do a good deed, pay it forward, purchase a ticket, and give it as a gift for someone else to enjoy this expression. I would definitely have to say my 2 cents on this. I really would like to reach out to those and show them support. Me, myself, I have been fortunate to never have an issue with my natural hair journey. I've never not received a job, never had any backlash. Everywhere I've been, I have had my locks for almost 20 years now. I am now 43. So I am grateful for that. I don't know what makes the difference, but maybe it's because, as some people say, well, Sunshine, you're just a little too intimidating, or I'm just very matter of fact about my shit. So either way, please go and support this. And also shout out to our um, illustrator, Tayon. He is one of the performers as well in this play. So definitely reach out. Peace, beloved. How you doing? This is Paul Cram. We just gave you a shout out. Appreciate you tuning in. So now, what else do you have in store for us, beloved?
Okay, this is the first piece that I actually did a recording of. I did it one take. I was really surprised at myself because of this one, and I'm very proud of this piece. I'm going to share it with you. It's called A Word with You. A word with you, now so long overdue that I find we spilling both of ourselves into the wee early portions of the come of dawn. In the toast of lyrical liquors, I find we, the pour of post-party conversations, we each the stir of flavor within a glass of good vibrations, the breathe of solicitous sensations that were last night's temptations all night, and the never parting of anything but lips till the sea of early morn, the wet of fingertips and tongue that never meet, a nakedness that reveals in we so much more than skin deep to see. Yet we need indeed not remove its clothes as an exposed afterthought in the aftermath of mental stimulants, the scent of intellectual intoxicants that both have their own depth of level and touch. We are both yawning so much, but we just can't seem to let go because there's no boredom on the border of our fascination as it flows between the go between, now caught between these eyes and lips, this breathe of nose, the compose of a verbal kiss, a word that wills itself to surrender itself in a seductive exchange of thought. A word with you. That's in peace.
You know, one thing I would say is looking at your pieces on your Facebook page. Those of you, he will give you his social media platforms to follow him, but he is definitely a dope writer. And now I can tell when you say multidisciplinary artist, because a lot of your poems, I hear melody as I'm reading it. So it makes sense now why I always hear that, because when you're writing, you're not writing just to write, you're coming from that musical experience as well. And that is a very dope component to have. And I appreciate you. I know the whole, you know, the technical difficulties and stuff going on, but I appreciate you holding on and coming back, especially after I was off for like 2 weeks just to spend time with family. But I definitely would love to have you on again as well. The same extension that I gave to ASEAN. But Clubhouse calls, and I co-moderate with Malikia and Scott and Logan and Triple P. So Partners in Rhymes has already started. They're 8 minutes in. So I thank you for your time. And yeah, share your social media platform so people can follow you.
Sure. You can find me on Instagram at Prime Pantherion. Facebook, of course, Pantherion Prime. Bandcamp, Pantherion Prime, Bandcamp.com. I just wanted to add one of the accomplishments that I've had as a multidisciplinary artist is that I co-founded a group called the Goddess Herstory Theatrical Ritual Players. And what we do is we retell the stories of the mythologies of the goddess through different cultures in poetry, dance, and music, and also my artwork. We had a chance to go to Solomon's Porch in Brooklyn, New York, and perform. Also in Sedona, Arizona.
Okay.
So we've gotten around a little bit.
Well,
We've disbanded now.
link or something, send that to me so that I could follow. And I also want to see some of the stuff that's been done in the past. Okay. And then what I will
Okay, sure.
do, I will also share that link to the comments. So when people watch this podcast on a replay, that'll also create traffic for y'all too as well.
Okay. Then
All
we'll
right.
do.
So y'all
Definitely.
know what I normally say. Thank you for tuning in this week. We will be keeping them rolling from here on out, but be cooling how you be cooling. Be safe out there in these streets. The weather is breaking depending on where you are. You might be experiencing a rainstorm right now. Who knows? But be safe in whatever you do. Peace and poetry
Yeah.
with those of you and those who are suffering, those who have not been able to say Happy Mother's Day, know and understand that those memories of your mother are with you. And I too share that same, I can't say hurt anymore, but I miss that feeling because
Yes.
it has healed me in such a great way that when you see
Mm.
me, you see my Umi. So she's always with me. I am enveloped in her essence. So that allows me to not mourn her on these holidays. I actually
Celebrate.
celebrate. So, and we
Mm.
all are able to get to that point where we can celebrate and no more mourning. That's when the true healing begins. So, peace and blessings, y'all. Be safe.